Hey everyone, welcome back to another week rotations video. We're on now week number 68 in this series where I show you everything I've worn all through the week, and it's everything from my collection. So some things may be designer, some things may be niche or indie, but most of them are gonna be cheapies because that is what I enjoy collecting and what this whole channel is about. Starting off on the first day of last week on the work week, because I already went through Sunday to Sunday. So on Monday, I'm gonna try to go through this as quick as possible because it is very late here on Saturday. Had a busy day, had a lot of things I went around doing and helping and visiting other people and all kinds of things. So I'm probably going to briefly just explain the fragrance, the performance, and move on to the next one. But again, starting off with the first day of last week, the work day of last week on Monday, wore one that I've worn a little bit before, and I know a lot of people are talking about it, getting their hands on it both online and at rack stores where it is popping up regularly. But this is from the Club Nuit line and from Armaf, and it is the new Club Nuit iconic Extrait de Parfum. And I did really like this one. Again, I don't have the original iconic, so I can't really compare it. I've heard the original iconic's more bright, citrusy, effervescent, a little more louder projecting. This one definitely, I don't think personally is as good performing as I was expecting. It has okay longevity, has really good depth to it, creamy woods, a little bit of a smoky incense, funkiness in there actually adds a good bit of depth. It's very smooth, very wearable, very enjoyable. But it's not gonna be like really mind-blowing, not like you'd expect. And a lot of people are thinking it's gonna be like a Blue Chanel exclusive clone, but it really isn't. But it's a very smooth, citrus, creamy style with a little bit, like I said, smoky woods, a lot of ambers, a lot of a ambroxany feel to it. It is very easy to wear, very lockable, but not the best performing. But still, if you see it out and about for a really good price, I recommend getting it, especially if you love that Blue de Chanel kind of style with a little bit of a twist to it. In the nighttime, I wore another sample from a niche indie house that I recently got a lot of things from, and it's from the house of Static Olfactive, and this one is called The Forbidden Temple. So the other one I wore from them before was called Into the Wild, a very balsam, like fir, woody, very earthy, mossy fragrance. This one, Forbidden Temple, is meant to have a very Asian inspired to it, very much in tea and a lot of florals, a little bit of incense, a lot of other things in here. It's very interesting, has a narcotic kind of effect to it, like, you know, like deeper kind of almost addictive style of florals, like a lot of people say like opium kind of style, things like that. So yeah, a narcotic style, whatever you can think of that as. It has a very interesting aspect to it. Not gonna be for everybody, definitely unisex with a slight feminine lean to it, but if you're a guy who loves florals, you'll love this one. Great performance, a good deep kind of dry down to it. It's fantastic, but again, not one that's gonna be very cheap unless you wanna sample it, and I happen to get a big sample kit from them, like I said, last year sometime for like 30 bucks. Really good, but yeah, highly recommend trying this out if you love florals and kind of wanna see what the best of the floral world can be. The next day, on Tuesday, wore another cologne fragrance from Armaf, and one that's perfect for the springtime for very classy gentleman for office kind of wear, and this one is called Legacy. I know this is a clone of Platinum Egoist by Chanel, and it's actually a really, really good clone of it, especially as it sat and matured on my shelf. It's got way deeper, more rounded, way smoother. A lot of lavender, aromatics, has a slight metallic musk kind of thing to it that Platinum Egoist has. It smells fantastic, amazing, slightly green, a nice woody dry down, a little powdery overall through and through because of those lavender floral aspects in there. It's fantastic. Like I said, as matured, it's gotten way better, and performance has gotten way better as well. Very easy to wear, very masculine and mature, but very classy, like CEO, businessman kind of vibes to it. If you do have a chance to get this, it's like dirt cheap, so you don't have a reason not to get it and try it out. That nighttime wore another sample / travel size fragrance. This is one that I actually opened up in a recent live stream that I got in a little travel size kit from Molten Brown. I got it for like a discount at TJ Maxx, and this one is them called Coastal Cypress and Sea Fennel. Now, when I first sprayed this on a tester strip, I was not too impressed by it. I did kind of like it, but it's like, I don't know how it's really gonna be. But after wearing it on skin, it's really, really solid. Has way more of a sea, salty, coastal air, like sea breeze kind of thing to it, with a little bit of a dry woodiness in the background. It's fantastic, smells amazing, very, very, I don't know, just very comfortable, cozy to wear in a way, but like very much a like at the beach at sunset kind of feel, not too tropical feeling, just very naturalistic kind of experience kind of thing, like you're in the moment kind of fragrance. Very easy to wear though, good for spring, summer, day or night. office wear, casual, whatever. It really is interesting. Like I said, it has a little bit of a niche indie kind of twist to it. And I think it has a lot of sweetness, a lot of ambroxan and things like that. It very much is like a realistic kind of, thought thought process to it. Like it actually is like you're there smelling the air and the sand, the sea, and you know, have a lot of aromatics and green grass and things like that behind you. It smells fantastic, amazing. If you have a chance to get this either in a travel size or full size bottle for a very good price, even at like at TJ Maxx and rack stores, which are really popping up now, I recommend it because this one here, really, really good. And that Wednesday, had to wear this again. I wore it last week, but I just absolutely love this fragrance. It is phenomenal, fantastic. You're gonna hear me talk about it all the time. Everywhere. It is, again, by the company of Ite Libre de Orange. I talk about a lot of their stuff, and this one is You or Someone Like You. Again, not copying Micah fragrances, at least not on purpose. I just absolutely love this fragrance. I've loved it ever since I sampled it. Very realistic green aromatic mint note on the top, like not like a spearmint kind of thing, like an actual like that chlorophyll green, fresh pricked pulled mint kind of thing to it with a lot of rose in the mid. You actually, as it dries down, that rose really comes out, sticks with it a good bit, and that greenness from that cis-3 hexanol really sticks through it all the way through into dry down. A lot of white florals, a lot of white musks in here as well. Very clean, perfectly unisex, but I think it has a very nice masculine kind of appeal to it. It is absolutely fantastic and a very good performer for being a green, fresh citric with a lot of good bit of grapefruit in here. It smells fantastic on the opening, but with all those fresh elements, it actually has really good longevity to it. That rose and those musks and that greenness really stick into that dry down. Again, not really the cheapest thing online, but it is cheap compared to what it is at full retail if you get it from a discounter. But if you get a chance to sample anything from Ite Libre de Orange, highly recommend starting off with this one. Really good. Then that nighttime, that Wednesday night, had a midweek church service to go to and wore one that I haven't worn a whole lot. I do really like it, and I think it's very much an underrated and slept-on release from this company, especially in this line that it is. It's not the best in this line, but it really is a really good one. It is by Abercrombie & Fitch, and this is the original authentic, the first one in the line. I do love Authentic Night. I think it's probably the best one that Abercrombie & Fitch has ever made, especially in the Authentic line. I do really like Authentic Self as well. But this one is the original one, very much in a vintage kind of style fragrance. A good bit of that citrus fruitiness on the top, but it has a lot of oak moss and mossy aspect in general to it. A little bit earthy, but very green, aromatic. Has a clear wood note in here, which I think I always thought of it like a fresh kind of transparent woodiness to it, like almost aquatic, but actually clear wood is an aroma chemical that's meant to imitate like patchouli, like a very clean, not really too dark or earthy patchouli aspect. And it does kind of have a little bit of that in here, but really good. Great, not the best performance, but for the wearing experience and the quality that it is, it's actually really good, really solid. Highly recommend trying this out if you want to try like Abercrombie & Fitch's take on Aventus. It is actually a really good twist to it. The next day, on Thursday, wore another Abercrombie & Fitch one that's actually been more hyped than almost anything that Abercrombie & Fitch put out there besides Fierce. Very much an slept-on one, especially nowadays. People don't talk about it as much as they used to. I think this is also the best one in this line that it's from, and it's one that if you're really in the know, then you'll know about this, but if you're an average Joe, you're really not gonna think a whole lot about this or check it out. I used to talk about it a whole lot way back in the day when I first started the channel, and I need to talk about it some more, but again, by Abercrombie & Fitch, but this is First Instinct Extreme. Really love this one. Actually have a backup bottle of this, a fuller size bottle than this half one here, because in case they ever decide to discontinue, which people talked about for a while, I wanna make sure that I have a backup bottle up there. This stuff is so good. Very fruity, sweet on the top, but it has a lot of spiciness in there, especially saffron style of spiciness. It has a little bit of like, I think it has star fruit in here, which is where that fruitiness comes from, but spiciness, has a coconut milk kind of thing in here, a lot of other aspects as well, a nice woodiness in the base, sweet, but almost metallic, maybe because of the style of the bottle, but almost metallic style of musk in here. It smells amazing, a little bit of ambers, and a little more, like I said, spicy aspects as it dries down. Fantastic, great for all year round wearability, but I think in the spring at nighttime, summer at nighttime is where this one really shines. But yeah, a great signature. Have a good friend of mine that I gifted a bottle of this to, and he wore it all time, everywhere as a signature, and always bragged about it. So yeah, if you happen to see this out and about at rack stores, which is like dirt cheap, like 20 bucks for a full size bottle, do not hesitate to pick this up. It's really one of the best ones, like a good, unique niche style from Abercrombie & Fitch. And that nighttime, I had to go to a music practice and wore one that I bought but really haven't given a full wearing until that night, and I really enjoyed it. It is a on the shelf at rack stores kind of fragrance that you'd want to pass up and just keep on going by, but it actually is really solid. I think one of the best ones from this company of Murata, and it is called Verato Eau de Parfum Sport. This is very much a Chanel Allure Sport Eau Extreme style fragrance, a little bit of almost like Le Beau kind of aspects to it. but a good bit of a sweet, fruity, tonka bean, vanillic style of fresh musk and citrus in the opening, and very airy, has almost an aquatic, airy, ozonic kind of style thing to it. Fantastic, a great clean wear to it. Like, it just smells like you're just very well groomed and very clean. Just has a nice skin scent to it as well. Pretty good performance, not bad at all, but I wouldn't say it's right at average, probably a little under that. But for the price you get this up at, which is like 15, 14 bucks, and sitting on the shelf, it's really solid. A great blend. It smells fantastic. One of the most easy to wear things I've even worn all this week. Just a very good compliment getter. Sweet, fruity, ozonic, fresh, airy. Like I said, a tonka bean, vanilla kind of style thing to it. It smells fantastic, very much reminiscent of those ones I talked about. But yeah, if you happen to see this out and about, do not hesitate to pick it up. This will kill in the summertime. The next day, on Friday, the last work day of the week, wore one that's been a hyped cologne fragrance. Ever since it came out, everyone and their mamas talked about it and picked it up. And when I had the chance to pick it up, I had to get it as well. It is by Afnan. It is Tarathi Blue, the Bulgari Tiger cologne of the century, basically. Man, this stuff is really good though. A lot of ambroxan, ambery woodiness, a good bit of a citric, ginger, grapefruit kind of style opening to it. Very, very citric, a little bit of a spiciness in there as well. And as it dries down, a lot more of those woods come up and those ambers, a little musky as well. Very clean, very dressed up, easy to wear, good for every day, really almost all throughout the year, day or night, office, casual, playful, whatever you're going out to do. It fits perfect for it. Like I said, it's been hyped for a reason, and I don't think it's for no reason at all. It very much has a great quality to it and a great wearability, but again, it is Bulgari Tiger, and anything like that is going to smell great anyway. And great performance as well for being such a fresh fragrance. You really cannot get away from it. It is just really good, smells fantastic in the air, and is a big compliment getter as well. So if you don't have this, I definitely recommend it. Like I said, it's not hyped for no reason. And that nighttime wore another classic, like in the Hall of Fame of modern day fragrances from Hermes. It is the original Terre Hermes ET. I actually picked this up for a discounted price at a local TJ Maxx. I was watching it, waiting for it to get red tagged, and it did for like a little above $50, and I had to go ahead and pick it up for this half size here, which is about comparable what it'd be at an online discounter. You get all of that nice orange. I think it's grapefruit in here, but a nice orange burst on the top, very citric. You get that flintiness to it as well, a little bit of that stone kind of earthiness in there, a good bit of vetiver, I believe patchouli as well, a lot of woodiness, and as it dries down, you have a little bit of the woody, musky aspect as well. Fantastic, very classy and classic fragrance. Everyone their mama knows, or at least has smelled something like this out and about. Other fragrances have even cloned this and taken inspiration from it, but the OG is just so good. Absolutely love it. Actually got a compliment while wearing this. I was going out and about doing all my rack store hauls, and after I turned off the camera and was looking through stuff afterwards, someone beside me is a girl like right down from me in scrubs and whatnot. She's like, "You smell really good, by the way. I'd have to tell you." She said, "I thought it was one of these perfumes in here, but I realized it was you. You smell really good. I just gotta tell you." So it is a compliment getter. Again, classy, but also classic, easy to wear, but not gonna be for everybody because of that weird flinty stone aspect. But if you like that kind of stuff, you will love this. It's a class for a reason. It's not too cheap, but it's also not overly expensive if you get it from the right place. So if you do have a chance to try this out or sample it, I highly recommend it. And then today, like I said, I had a lot going on, went out and about, ate with some family members, then went over to a different city and helped out a friend of mine, did some cleaning and all kind of other stuff, setting up church stuff and all other things like that. And did some shaving, had an aftershave on, was like, I wonder it would match very well with this. And I picked this one out. I actually already had it and didn't realize how great it blended in with what I had on. It smelled very clean, very well put together, just smelled great overall. And this one always helps out with doing that. It is by John Barbados, and it is XX Artisan. Got this huge honking bottle here for a really good price at actually at a rack store. I believe either it last year or the year before. This is just a lot of vetiver and very much has that gray vetiver by Tom Ford kind of style and nuance to it, which when you look at the bottle, it definitely has that gray vetiver thing to it. But gray, grassy, not too earthy, but it's a little green, a little aromatic, actually slightly spicy as well. A little bit watery, has some ozonic, almost aquatic facets to it. Very airy, very fluffy, a good bit of musk in here. Has a nice woody base to it, and a little burst on the top of citrus. It smells absolutely fantastic, but it's very vetiver centered. So if you don't like vetiver, you won't like this, but if you love vetiver, you will absolutely love this and will understand the take of vetiver that this is going with. But it smells great, fantastic. And John Barbados gets a lot of flack for not having good performance, but I actually still smells a little bit on my clothes now. But that was actually almost like 8 hours ago or so, maybe a little over that. So it actually did not perform all that bad. Of course, I didn't move around a whole lot, but I did do a little bit of stuff throughout the day. So the fact that I still can smell it on, pretty good. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. And this is even cheaper online by the time now. So if you do happen to see this out and about or go out there, you should see it for a better price than when I even picked it up at. If you do like vetiver or you like John Barbados in general, just pick this up, try it out. I guarantee you'll like it. Perfect for spring, summertime, or anytime in the warm weather, even fall time as well. So just go ahead and pick it up and see what you think about it. And there you go, guys. That's all the things I've worn all through the week. Like I said, no, I went through this fairly quickly, but hopefully it wasn't too quick. Hopefully you still was able to get something out of it and hear about all these things here. If anything in here stood out to you, or you have any questions about it, or you've had them, or you want to get them, and you have some commentary or things you want to say about it, let me know all about it in the comments below, or even some things that you would suggest for me to pick up about if I'm happen to be out and about or looking through online. And as usual, if you enjoy this video, if you like what you've seen here, if you've gotten some kind of entertainment value out of it, please consider liking this video, giving it a thumbs up, let me know that you have liked it, and continue with the series. And as usual, if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to the channel, but you do like what you've seen here or what you've seen elsewhere on the channel, I encourage you to please consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can't see all the other things I'm working on in the background to bring out to you guys. I'd love for you to be right along with me on this cheap and inexpensive fragrance journey. And hey, maybe I can even help you discover something new along the way. And as always, guys, that's all I have for today's video. Again, thank you for being here and for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I'll see all of you again in the next video. Be blessed.